We're not being able to stream this morning, but we are recording, and we'll put it on shortly. So we have, I know, some first-time visitors here this morning. If you're willing to identify yourself. Lovely. We welcome you. Hope you enjoy today, and hope you'll come back. We have a lot of fun here. And
the readings for today are from the Bible. John 1:1-5 says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through him, and without him nothing came to be. What came to be through him was life, and this life was the light of the human race. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." John 5:30 says, "I cannot do anything on my own. I judge as I hear, and my judgment is just, because I do not seek my own will, but the will of the one who sent me."
Man, that's a good song. Man, that's a good song. I feel like I've run an emotional marathon just listening to you. I love songs about being lost. I love songs about looking for something. I love songs that reach in and ask us what's going on. Songs that say, look around you, ask the question, what's going on? Is faith an excuse? Why are we so confused? I'm lost. You get that a lot? I do. I feel lost a lot. How about you? Yeah? Wake up in the morning, what's today going to be like? It's February. It's going to be cold and rainy. Nope, it's going to be 70. I'm lost. What am I going to do today? How am I going to spread a little good in this world? Who am I going to be today? Who was I yesterday? Who am I? I'm lost. When tragedy strikes, what do I say? This past week, when lives are taken away from us, and we feel like we need to do something about it, I'm lost. What do I say? How do I comfort someone going through pain? Have a friend whose husband is sick. What do I say? My wife was going over to visit them, and she asked me, "You're connected? Oh, minister?" What do I say? What do I do? And I said, I'm lost just like you. Just go over there and be lost with her. What do I say? We spend so much of our lives feeling lost. But we're not alone. Look around you. We're all lost together. All over the world, this morning, there are countless individuals who are lost with you. All looking for something, all trying to find something. That's life. That's life. You see, in order for God to create, in order for perfect unity, being, consciousness, bliss, Satchitananda, in order for that to become you and squirrels and trees and stars and music and the universe itself, in order for perfect being to become you, it must lose itself. That's the process of creation. That's what's happening right here in this moment, right now. God is losing itself. That's how God creates. Unity cannot know diversity. Beingness cannot know manifestations of beingness. Perfection cannot know imperfection unless it becomes lost. So you are in actually divine company. It's not just us, it's God. We're all lost together. But we're giving glimpses. We're giving hints. We're giving small moments where the veil of Maya, it's a Sanskrit word, it means illusion, where the veil of illusion is pulled back just for a moment, and we see it. Oh, we see it. We catch a glimpse of eternity. We catch a glimpse of love, of God, of passion, of completeness, of wholeness. These are moments of revelation. And we all have them. We all have them all the time. Those moments where we see through creation. We see through nature, music, art, work, each other. We have moments, hints, glimpses beyond what we're experiencing here and now, into the here and now. So I want to ask you, just you, and everyone else, what are your moments of revelation? When do you find God? When is the veil pulled back? In what moments in your life do you catch a glimpse of eternity? Hold that just for a second. Think about it. When are your moments? I had one like 10 minutes ago when Michael was singing. Because those moments of revelation are a gift to you. Those moments are a hint. They're like breadcrumbs. What's that? There's a story about breadcrumbs. No one knows the story? Wow. How old are we? Hansel and Gretel. Who said it? Hansel and Gretel. Breadcrumbs leading us back home. That's what moments of revelation are. And if you think about your moment, you will find that your moment is a conversation, just like all experiences. All experiences are conversations between you, the subject, and the circumstances, what's happening around you. So if you look at the circumstances of your revelation, those circumstances will teach you something. Let's look at it together. I need a chalkboard. How old am I? A what? You know, a board with the chalk and I need a smart board. Just use your iPhone. Look at your moments of revelation. First of all, we look at the circumstances. What's happening in the moments that you see God? What's happening in the moments that God is revealed to you? Are you in nature? Are you surrounded by trees? Are you barefoot in a field? That's cool. Or are you at home? Are you in a dark room? Are you alone? Are you in solitude? Or are you in community? Or do other people help you to see God? Is there music playing? Is there a candle lit? Is there incense? Or is it completely quiet? We must examine our moments of revelation to understand that there are certain ingredients. It's like baking something. There's certain ingredients that when put together create a harmony that we see through to the other side. Because if you look at all your moments, not just this one moment you're thinking of, but the many moments you've had of revelation, you will find certain aspects repeat over and over again. It's always when I'm alone. It's always when there's a candle lit. It's always when I'm surrounded by trees. It's always when I'm here. This is one of my moments. When you're here, stay, don't go anywhere. I need you to help God be revealed to me. Because if you know the circumstances, you can begin to create things with intention, like candles on the wall, small lights, music. It's almost like they've created this room for something. Maybe this is a room of revelation. Maybe they called Michael this week to help us see God. The circumstances of religion. You see, this is happening all over the world right now. Right now, all over the world, individuals and groups are coming together in circumstances of revelation created to help them see God. I like it when candles are lit. Chime that bell again. Light the incense. Turn the lights down low. Let's get groovy. This is what it's about. This is what religion starts with. It starts with ritual. Do you have a ritual? Good. If you don't, but that's not just it. That's not it itself. Because every experience is a conversation between circumstances and you, each of you. You are a subject experiencing God through circumstances. And I bet you have an idea about what's going on. I bet you tell a story, don't you? Don't you? You do. Yeah, you do. See, we have opinions about revelation. When it happens to us, when we're in that moment of darkness and silence and peace, we say in our heads, this is what's going on. This is the story. When we're in church, And we go out in the world, we tell a story about what's going on. We have an opinion about it. So when we come to church the next time, that opinion comes with us. And we get to see Revelation through our eyes, through the lens of opinion. It's an experience that's conversational. And those opinions become stories. And the stories become religion. Religion. If you look into the book, we read the gospel this morning. John. What do you think that is? That's an opinion about a revelation. Something was revealed to the writer of John. Something was revealed to him through a story about a man who was revelation. And so he takes that and he writes it down. It's his opinion. This, in the beginning was the Word, was created through that. It became the light and the darkness, the truth, the bread of life. I'm eating this and I want to share that. That's the story of Revelation. And you're doing it already today. You'll leave here and tell a story about this. Maybe not out loud, but you'll tell a story about this. You'll have an opinion about this. And right there you have the ingredients for spiritual practice. You have the ingredients for spiritual discipline. And it's called a discipline because you have to discipline yourself to do it. Because all it takes are the circumstances and the opinions and then returning. Time and time again. I see God when I light a candle. Well, why don't you light a candle? I see God when I listen to music. Well, why don't you listen to music? I feel God when I'm alone. Well, you need to take some time and be alone. I feel God in nature. Touch a tree. Go out into the world. Walk barefooted. Returning time and time again is what spiritual practice is all about. Discerning revelation. What's happening through here? What's happening in these circumstances, in these moments? What's the story I tell? I want to tell that story time and time again to anyone who's listening just by being me. I want to tell that story. All over the world, throughout history, religion, religion, religion. Stories of revelation, mystics, circumstances, candles lit, 5 times daily prayers, meditation, letting go, the Tao, the source, the Spirit, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Gabriel in the cave. Revelation. And thank God they all get along. Thank God no one ever tries to confuse faith. Thank God no one ever tries to distort faith. Thank God we can all agree on this. Because revelation is dangerous. I must warn you, when you return time and time again, when you tell your story, there's a danger involved in that. Because if you're looking for God, you will find it. If it's your desire to not be lost anymore, you will find something. You see, desire changes revelation. Desire changes opinion. It changes experience. It morphs it into something that serves me. We all want to be found. We don't want to be lost. We want to have meaning and purpose in our lives. We want to be found. We want to know what's going on. I want to know what to tell you to make your life better. I want to know someone tell me, God, tell me in moments of revelation what I can do to help other people find it because I want to have it. I want to hold it because it's my desire not to be lost anymore. It's my desire to find, to have, to hold, to possess. Ha! Now God is mine. Mine, 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 mine. And if God is mine, I can do whatever I want with it. Because I'm powerful. I can defend it. I can fight for it. I can oppress for it. I can go to war for it. I can kill for it. I can do anything because I have the power of faith. My desire to be found has given me power to do whatever I please. Faith becomes distorted by our desire to find something, our desire to not be lost, a desire that we all have at the very base of our being, the existential desire to know what's going on. And that desire takes those circumstances and shifts them around into a nice, beautiful prison for God. Because now God is not through those circumstances. Now I'm not seeing God through my experience. I'm seeing God in my experience. I'm seeing God in those circumstances. God is a tree. God is nature. God is music. God is art. God is work. God is me. God is him. God is her, not them. This. And what do I use to imprison God in? What do I use to trap it, to hold it, to have it, to possess it, to own it, so I can finally be comfortable in my life? My opinions, my ideas. Because if I know what God is, then I'm going to be okay. But if I know what God is, and you tell me something differently, if God's with me, God can't be with you. If God is mine, God can't be yours. If God is here, God can't be there. No. God's a heterosexual white man. God is a Christian. God is a Buddhist. God's a Taoist. God's an agnostic. God is this. God's not that. God's here with me. Every war that's been fought on holy ground are between two sides who think God is with them and not the other. All holy war begins with revelation. I'm not talking about just the holy war that's fought on a battlefield with weapons. I'm talking about the wars that are fought in our minds. The wars that are pressed, the wars that are marched for, they all begin with revelation. Because once we catch a glimpse, once that veil is moved for a moment, we snatch, we grab, we have, we hold, we possess, because we don't want to be lost anymore. We want to be found. And if you're looking for God, believe me, you will find it. Or you won't. So many religious folks come in and out of communities like this. They come looking for something. I'm here to find God, they say. Well, if they come here looking for God, guess what? One of two things will happen. One, they'll find it and they'll leave. Two, they won't find it and they'll leave. Because we come here looking for something. We come here not wanting to be lost anymore. We come here wanting to know what's behind the veil. We come here wanting to be fixed, to be made right, to be made whole and holy. And we'll do anything to get it. We will do anything to get it. So what happens? What happens in moments of circumstance? What happens in moments of revelation? Where does it go astray? Where does faith get distorted? How does it happen? And how can I have an authentic spirituality where it doesn't happen? You see, circumstances become distorted when we see God in them and not through them. Opinions and thoughts and stories become distorted when we see God in them and not through them. Did you know that you're not supposed to come here looking for God? Does that blow you away? Did you know that spiritual practice is not about finding God? It's not about finding yourself? Did you know that religion at its best is not about finding God? No, that's not what we're doing here. That's not why we light candles. That's not why we listen to music. That's not why we create, pray, meditate, hug, and hold. That's not why you sit with someone who's grieving, to fix them, to find them. We come here to lose ourselves. We come here to be okay with being lost. We come here to hold each other and say, it's okay. I'm lost too. Let's be lost together. That's what this is all about. All week long. You got to find yourself. What's going to happen to me today? What's going to happen to me today? Who am I today? How can I be a better me today? I want to be the best me I can be. How exhausting is all that? All week long, 6 days a week, you trudge through your life trying to find yourself. Where are you going? To find myself. But here, this is the one place you don't have to do that. This is the one place that you don't have to be found. This is a place you can be lost. Spiritual practice is about taking the revelation, that glimpse you're giving of God, and allowing it to move into you and dissolve you completely and lose everything you're holding on to. Revelation is not about finding something. Revelation is about changing into something. Because every time you enter into moments of revelation, every time you light the candle, light the incense, come to community, you are transformed. Every time you enter into that place beyond the veil, you are transformed by it and you become a revelation of it. Revelation is not about finding, it's about becoming, losing yourself so that you can become the thing that's looking for you. You're not looking for God. God is looking for you. That's what this is all about. You don't have to do the work. Slow down. Calm down. Chill. That's what the kids say. Chill. This is the one place. And I'm not talking about this building. I'm talking about spiritual practice. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about moments of revelation. This is the place you get to be you finally by not trying to find yourself. This is the place you can let go and just be. This is the place where God finds you and it transforms you. And then you walk out into the world the next day or the next hour, the next minute, and you're lost again. And you don't know what it all means. And you don't know what to say to loved ones who are hurting, and you don't know how to fix the problems of this world. You don't know how to get along with everyone. You don't know how to fix anything. You're completely lost. And you're okay with it. And you're fine with it. Because you know there's something that walks with you, that walks with all of us, looking for us, asking to find us. And you just let it be, and you let it move through you, and you get, I wanted to say a naughty word, you get the out of the way. There's a moment that I always talk about. The Garden of Gethsemane. We talked about it earlier. A moment where Jesus, the revelation, just like Buddha, the revelation, Muhammad, the revelation, Lao Tzu, the revelation, Dr. King, the revelation, Gandhi, the revelation. There's a moment where he is transformed, where his entire ministry shifts. And that's in the moment he says, not my will, but thy will be done. He stops looking. That's the moment where Jesus of Nazareth stops looking. There's a reason he walks the whole time, because he's looking for something. And then he stops looking, lets it go, and is born again. Your life is a revelation. Each and every one of you, your life is a revelation. You don't have to find it. It's finding you just by being alive. So do me a favor. Light a candle. Put on music. Get alone. Get quiet. Walk in nature. But don't go there looking for something. Go there to be found. Go there so something can find you and transform you in the process. Why don't you pray with me real quick? Today we are thankful. Today we are full of gratitude for this revelation. Today we stop looking. Today we stop seeking to be unlost. Today we move out into the world confident that being lost is the only way to go. Today we are found. Today we cease trying because we know there's something looking for us. So we move out of the way. We know in this moment, here and now, God is losing itself in our lives and looking for us to be an expression of it naturally. It's not all good. It's not all easy. It's not all pleasurable. It's life. And it's multifaceted, and it's dirty, and it's muggy, and it's foggy, and it's beautiful, and it's sunny, and it's rainy, and it's everything. It's a good place to be lost. And it's a good place to be found. I am thankful for the one who is looking. I am thankful for the one who is looking. And I'm thankful for all of you for looking with me. And so it is. Amen. And thank you for being here with me today.